Now, we used certain personal suffixes for...
Every day, more and more Americans want to learn Turkish. For those who live in New York City, there are many options to learn the Turkish language.
And then what is my personal suffix for the first person?
Geldik.
Wonderful. How about we came?
Geldik.
How about they came?
Geldiler.
Turkish Hour visited one of the Turkish classes and spoke with the teacher, Mr. Mustafa Doğru, and with the students.
I said I look.
My name is Mustafa Doğru. I'm a native of Istanbul and I've been in America for 6 years. I do this for fun as a hobby, and I started teaching Turkish 2.5 years ago. And I started this class actually 5 months ago. This is one of my classes. And I just love it. I do it on Sunday and Monday nights, and I have to admit that I like it better than my regular full-time job, which is marketing.
So how would I say I look?
According to Mr. Doğru, Americans want to learn Turkish for different reasons.
I have people who just want to go there, who have never been there. They read about the country, they want to go there, but they want to learn the language before they go there. I have students who lived and worked in Turkey, and they really want to keep their connection with the country, and that's why they want to learn Turkish once they're back. I have students who are either dating or married to Turks, or they're half Turkish, and they want to learn Turkish for that reason. And I also have people who are just language enthusiasts. They just want to learn Turkish because it's a fun language to learn. It's different than Latin, and it's very regular. It's fun, and they just like learning the language.
Wonderful. You ate.
Yedin.
Yedin. Wonderful. She ate.
Yedi.
Yedin. Wonderful.
Turkish Hour also spoke with the students about their Turkish language journey.
I decided to take the class after I married a Turkish woman from Istanbul, and I went to visit, and I couldn't speak with a lot of people, and it frustrated me. And I love the language and the city, and I knew I was going to go back again and again, and I just wanted to fit in more and understand the culture more, so I decided to start to take the class. When I first went, I sat with her grandmother for 30 minutes alone in the living room and couldn't say a word. And she got angry and said things to her about me and embarrassed me. It made me pretty sad. And then I went back and I spoke a few words, and I said, "Geçmiş olsun" one time, and she said, "Yavaş, yavaş, yavaş, yavaş." And she said that I was a good öğrenci, and she was so happy. And it made a big difference she said, "Now I'm part of the family." And once you press grandma, you press the whole family. So it was a big deal.
I'm taking Turkish because I'm interested in traveling there. Hopefully this summer I'll be taking a trip. So I wanted to have a little bit of the language before I went over.
Yazdım. Yazdın. Yazdı. Yazdık. Yazdınız. Yazdılar.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
I'm in this class because my boyfriend is Turkish, and I've always loved languages. Like, I already know Portuguese and some other languages, so this is a fun one to learn also. Well, he speaks great English, but we add Turkish more now, especially through music. Like, he gave me some music before, so now I know what it's saying. And his family, yes, I speak with them on the phone sometimes in Turkey, yeah.
My name is Jenna, and I'm taking it because my fiance is Turkish. We're ending Turkish too, so I think I'm taking it for like 40 hours, but I can write Turkish very well. The speaking part is a little more challenging. Yeah, I mean, I practice with my fiance, and his mom lives in Turkey. She doesn't speak English. So every now and then I can get on the phone and say a little bit, and then he'll help me translate. But, it's good. I'm looking forward to being able to communicate with her more and more.
Well, my husband's Turkish, so I wanted to learn Turkish to speak to my family, who is my family now, because his parents only speak Turkish. They live in Istanbul. And I've been taking this class for 7 terms, so I just joined today to Mustafa's class to the 2nd term. But I really love the Turkish language, and I feel like I understand it now when I watch television with Turkish, when people are talking. When you're talking to Mustafa, I can understand. I get the gist of what's going on, so I like it.
And I'm taking Turkish because I've been to Turkey 2 times. I've been there twice, and I'm very interested in the language. I'm very interested in learning more about Turkey. I'm interested in the history of Turkey and the history of the Turkish language. I know that it had many interesting changes over the years, and the grammar is a good challenge, and it's a lot of fun. I like Turkish music too. Well, I had two very enjoyable trips. I was very curious about what Turkish people would be like, if they would be friendly to Americans, and I was treated very warmly. I enjoyed all the food. I didn't know Turkish food very well until I went to Turkey. It was delicious, and now I have a cookbook, and I try to make the same recipes at home.
My name is Adriana Atauz, and I'm taking this class because I'm married to a Turk. But at least I can understand him when he's talking on the phone to his friends, or I can kind of get to know something that's happening in the conversation, so I'm not just sitting there, like, not understanding anything. The class is nice. Everybody seems to be doing well together, and the teacher's good. And so we have fun singing songs and learning new things.
I'm here because I actually lived in Turkey last year, and I have a lot of friends there, so I want to learn Turkish. I had college friends, and my first trip was in 1999, and I really loved it. So I finished graduate school last year, and I took a year off, and I went to go live in Istanbul.
My boyfriend is Turkish, and I thought I would like to try learning another language. So, I think it's pretty easy to learn. It's all phonetic, so that makes it a lot easier, and all the rules are pretty consistent, but it takes a lot more practice than I've been putting in. So
I'm taking Turkish because I went to Turkey for work. I got to live there for about a month a couple of years ago and fell in love with the whole country, so I was determined to be able to go back and spend more time there and do it right and be able to travel anywhere through the country and be able to speak to people.
Baksem, how would you say you looked?
The students simply love Mr. Mustafa Doğru's style of teaching Turkish.
And Mustafa's a riot. He's very animated. He's a very good teacher. And his style is very consistent. He does a really good job of bringing us from one topic to the next. So I've never had a class where I've left lost. I can follow everything. So that's a sign of a good teacher.
I really love Mustafa as a teacher. I've actually tried to learn Turkish elsewhere, but he's really, really good. And he really makes sure we understand the difference between the Turkish language and the English language, and then how to make that leap to the Turkish language.
Mustafa's a great teacher.
Mustafa, he's great. Oh, he just walked in.
People want to learn Turkish for different reasons. One of them is the growing Turkish American community in America and their increased influence on people here. Another one is Turkey's increased importance in the world as a regional power, as well as its increased trade volume with America. And also, more and more Americans visit Turkey lately in the last 4 or 5 years. Up until 2002, even though Turkey was the 8th most popular destination in the world, not many Americans had visited Turkey by then, but in the last 3, 4 years or 5 years, it's been picking up a lot.
The classes always end with a Turkish song, and the students are delighted when they understand the lyrics of a Turkish song.
Okay, now we're going to end our class with one of our songs by Tarkan, Gül Döktüm Yollarına.
Eninde sonunda benim olacaksın, hadi naz yapma. Sevgi, aşkı bende bulacaksın, yabana atma. Bıktırma, uzdurma, yeter beni kızdırma. Gel artık kollarıma, durdum yollarına. Gel gündüzle gece olalım. Gel gökyüzünde yıldız olalım. Seninle mutlu yarınlara koşalım. Gel beraber mesut olalım. Gel gündüzle gece olalım. Gel gökyüzünde yıldız olalım. Seninle mutlu yarınlara koşalım. Gel beraber mesut olalım.